What up, how's everybody doing? Let's just start out with a boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome back downtown Las Vegas. Good. Today, we're stuck with Tit. We're stuck with me. By the way, replay, we have the one, the only. Cain. You can find him at his Instagram at I'm at risk because his titties are always at risk. Oh, and
breast cancer.
What about breast cancer?
It's real.
It is real. It's a goddamn thing. Ladies and gentlemen, today we're talking about dreams. We're leaving dreams up to be a vague, so we kind of went. Today we're going to talk about dreams, except for we didn't really discuss kind of dreams. Are we talking about dreams while we're sleeping? Are we talking dreams, goals, and visions? Are we talking about nightmares, lucid dreams, dreams that change your lives? When you thought of dreams, what was the first thing that came to your mind? And I'm like, yo, what was the first thing?
As a child, and young adults, and current adults, I have some of them.
Congratulations, by the way, you made it.
I have some of the most when I know, and the first thing I thought of was like every time I had a kid, I would go, "Hey, mom, I had a dream." Yeah, and so did Martin Luther King.
Do you know your mom?
Every single time.
Your mom was. Whoa. So, did that make you want to dream? Because at the end of the day, he still remembered talking about. We made jokes about the man. Are you, or you be like, "Fuck, mom, alright, I'm not dreaming."
No, it was a mom joke, right?
A mom joke.
It was a mom joke. Credit for the puns and the bad jokes,
funny.
But my mom, dad as well.
Shout out to mom.
She's our number one listener right now. So,
Hate you, mom.
Madre, I hope you're in bed. It's near East Coast time right now. So she's bordering on midnight. No, but so for me as a kid, right? My dreams were like the safest place, and I recognized like the things that were happening outside my window and growing up in a bad neighborhood.
You need to look at it.
I mean, I'm talking about like police helicopters flashing or lighting my windows. Like I can hear people on my roof.
You could hear gunshots?
Yeah, all the time. First it was like gunshots, right? And then it was footsteps on my fucking roof. Right? And then the police helicopters looking for the people running who right? Shining a light in my window, trying to see if like hiding a fucking, I don't know, a criminal.
And were you?
You? I think just once.
Wait. So you were actually just once?
Well, I mean, if you consider my uncle a criminal, which he was. Yeah, he was the biggest coke dealer in my neighborhood. And when he got out of jail, he did fight. And again, one of the biggest coke dealers. Before he got locked up, his like 2-story loft in Manhattan, a literal monkey in a cage.
Wait, like literally like one of these like little
little
my kid's so adorable down there.
Right. It's just as a red panda.
Pet me.
It's
No.
illegal. Yeah, these
No.
monkeys were. It was not a legal pet. No wildlife license or fucking rescue search to be able to house this monkey in this little cage. But yeah, for me, it was like, while all these things were happening, helicopter,
That's a lot.
gunshots, glass bottles breaking, little girls crying, fucking ceiling on my roof. I I just tried to fall asleep, right? And so when I fell asleep,
Mhm.
everything was fine, right? There was like none of those problems. It's in my dreams were like these like fantastical, like I was, you know, I had superpowers.
Did you have the same dream over and over? Would you sometimes sleep to just continue the dream
I still
or
do.
get back into it?
I still do. The closest I've
Oh, cool.
there's been 2 times I've ever had I've ever been really close to a nightmare, and the first one was years old, right? And I think this is why I still hate Thomas the Engine until this day.
You hate Thomas? What the hell did Thomas do to you? He just said, yes, you can.
It's a worthless piece of track.
What? No, Thomas, if you ever watch us, he doesn't mean that.
Thomas the
I
Engine,
believe in you.
You're
Yes,
fucking.
What?
I mean, there's like
What?
no reason for
What?
your existence. Nightmare fuel. And
Nightmare fuel for inspiring people.
it's
You can
like,
get up that hill. Yes, you can. What do you mean that's a no. Okay. So why is he is
the one reoccurring dream I had. Ever had a nightmare. I was 5 years old, and I probably like once a week for a few weeks. And excuse me, and I was on this railroad track, right? And so it was like not a suspension, but it was a bridge,
Mhm.
right? And so it was track, right, one way, and I was standing on, and to the left, nothing. To the right, nothing. Just 100 stories down to like a river. And so here comes fucking Thomas chugging along. Eye fucking contact, right? And we're staring each other down. And so, like, right before he hits me, every single dream,
or like a oh
I jump before he hits me, right? Because fuck, he doesn't give a fuck about my my safety. He did not.
Thomas,
And
chat,
so
tell him Thomas cares. Thomas cares.
no, he's useless.
He almost would stop for you.
He did not.
Yes, he can.
Evil fucking eyes. He did not. He
Damn.
couldn't.
You ran into a bad Thomas.
I mean,
You
the
got
only
bad
Thomas. It's like it's a fucking. It's a. He's fucking playing just to prey on little kids.
Wait, do that again with both. It's a facade.
Closest things that I ever had to a nightmare. And so, for the most part, my superpower is being able to sleep anywhere, anytime. My mom, a loud Puerto Rican.
Would it be weird if we recorded this, or how would we it or being real? Would we have to wear like an Apple Watch and see who falls asleep?
Oh, I have an Apple Watch. Yeah, we can do that.
Does it let you know if you're cheating? Like, does it let you know the time you fall asleep?
So I don't wear my Apple Watch to sleep, so I don't really know. So I might sleep with it, but I guess like maybe a Whoop.
A Whoop. There it is.
That might be. I don't know. I mean, it really depends. I guess the parameters that they set, like that's able to track whether or not you're asleep.
All right, well, lay
Because,
down.
like-
We'll time it. Lay down. Let's see how long it takes you to sleep.
But how
We're gonna start a timer right now.
it's
We'll know
podcast.
when I put something up your nose and you don't wake up and you let me do it.
I'm not a, so I can fall asleep, but I'm not a deep sleeper.
Your
Molest
reaction,
me.
maybe. No, I said I was gonna put something up your nose.
Right.
And if
Which
you know
typically
it's
keeps me
happening,
awake.
if you know it's happening, pre-approval.
I don't think that's gonna work. There has to be
It just sounded fun.
better parameters.
Right, chat? It just sounded fun. That felt like the right parameters. You lay down, and then eventually I'm shoving paper up your nose.
But no, I'm not fucking.
No,
I'm not
it's okay.
defenseless. I'm not
Listen,
defenseless
my
when I fall
nose.
I'm not defenseless when I fall asleep, so it doesn't make any sense to me. Because you can fall asleep quickly, and be a light sleeper. So like, changing the air pressure, that might wake somebody up. So that's
Well, we're not talking about how sleep. Just it's we have chat today. The chat's like he's asleep, and I'll throw it up your nose.
I disagree. I don't think that's like.
I mean, we'll find out.
Alright, so right now.
I'm just kidding. No, don't really.
It's too late. I'm asleep.
Don't sleep. Quick, run up the nose. Okay. I'd shave off your cat savage today. Jam, Chad. I would never. He live. He knows where I. You could do that. He doesn't know where. He knows where I sleep and have my dreams.
It's the only reason why I haven't cut this beard. I really don't know how. I'm trying to figure out how to work.
No, well then, I guess you're just gonna have to leave him.
Clippers
So what
or whiskers?
is the most realist? What have you ever had a dream that felt so real? Or like, what is a realist dream? Like the realest dream you've ever had that was actually pertaining to a real life that might have changed your life, potentially forever, or helped you actually.
Okay, so for me, that's like I think it's different than people because I've had lucid dreams. And my dreams are so vivid that like even just earlier today, I woke up and I was talking with my wife and I was like, my pocket knife and I was like, wait, I was like, did I break off the tip of my pocket knife?
Oh, because you dreamed it.
Because I dreamed it, and my so sometimes I wake up and I go, hey, Melissa, I'm like, did we have this conversation yesterday? And she'd be like, no. It was a fucking. Sometimes I have to ask because
so
that's
you're
how
mixing. So now, I don't know a whole lot about it, but so I was reading, drinking a lot, and sometimes you're not getting enough REM sleep, and if you do that for a period of time, then suddenly your body will start more or less dreaming while it's awake. Dream time, one way or another, whether you like it or not. It's like, nah, listen. Are going to dream or have this dream sensation.
Right, yeah. Joe Rogan, he does like sober Octobers, and so he's a smoker, and he's
I've kind of heard about that, yeah.
And so it's when he stops smoking, it's just like in his memory of the dreams and the vibrancy of the dreams. So all remembering any dreams to like he's having incredibly vivid and memorable dreams like every night of the fucking month.
You're having that too? But sometimes you're having it during the day now? Just like
no, I'm saying like it's so
so you're having like the opposite effect.
So I smoke, right? But that I don't from what I know, I have to like drink like for me to like just like kind of die in the middle of the night, where like it's just like right, I just like kind of black out during my sleep time and I don't remember any of my dreams. For like 95% of my dreams, regardless if I smoke or drink. That's what's no matter what.
And you're still getting a lot of dreams, like especially during naps.
So I'm like one of those people where, it says like to REM sleep, you have it typically takes like 45 minutes. I can hit REM. I can start dreaming like 3 minutes into a nap.
Shit. So you're gonna have a 20-minute naparoonie and have a good dreamer.
Right,
Or
and so
less. Yeah.
which is brings me to my hauntings.
Wait, hauntings?
Mm-hmm.
Like the where? Like haunting in your dreams?
Explain.
Okay.
So when I was 17, right, I've always been um supernatural, right?
Yeah, we were discussing that a few times now.
And from in my podcast, I spoke to you about this woman who was 10 years older than me, 17, who was a sub.
That's what I meant. We talked about her.
Right, and so a couple of days, a couple of weeks before my I had just left her house. I went to my mom and I shared this bunk bed with my brother, right? Just a couple of weeks. And so if my bunk bed if I was like this, right? And the divider between the top bunk and the bottom bunk, I can see my window.
That
And
makes
so
sense.
and this particular night, the moonlight was shining.
Or are you watching too much TV?
No, I didn't have TV at the time in my bedroom.
Yeah, you have the tiny one. Yeah, the
Right. So like maybe it's like 2 o'clock, two, and I like roll over on my stomach. I'm a stomach sleeper.
Oh, like the.
Right.
Okay.
And I can't move my body, and I feel so much bad. And so I'm like struggling to move. I'm like, why can't I move? I feel myself getting pulled off the bunk bed, and I grab the edge of the bed, and I like wake up. I snap out of it.
Damn.
And I'm not one to get scared easily. Like I grew up with the supernatural. Like my mom used to take us to fucking cemeteries. I didn't go see, So like I'm not scared of shit like that.
Wait, what? Your mom, grandma?
No, my mom.
Your mom would just be like, "We're going to this."
Yeah. So when I was yeah. So when I was 5 years old, my godparents live upstate.
And
They live in a ghost town, and so every other house was abandoned, and they live right across the street from. And all we had to do was just like hop over this 3 foot.
If the red panda just disappeared.
And I hope there's a heaven.
So you went to random cemeteries.
I'm trying to go to sleep. Right? I snap out of it, right?
So do you get the like where your body kind of like wiggle, like but you
can't move. I can't move at all. I feel like I'm getting pulled off the bed. Out of it. I'm not.
I've read about that.
I'm not easily scared, so immediately just try to go back to sleep. Like, whatever, right?
I mean, what else can you do? I guess.
I can't move again. Paralyzed. And I'm getting pulled off the bed. And now I'm fighting fighting it. I'm fucking fighting it, and I snap out of it again. And so, still, I'm like, maybe like naive, like I don't know what's going on. But I'm like, third time's a charm. Let me try to go back to sleep.
Okay.
I try to go back to sleep, and now I cannot. And I feel like I'm getting pulled like halfway. I'm like halfway off the. Feel hands going up and down my body, right? And someone whispers in my ear, "She still loves him."
What?
You're playing. You felt all that?
And I freak out so fucking bad. I'm fight with all my
Yeah.
fucking every fiber of
Like,
my
no, no.
strength, and I grab the edge of my bed and I'm looking at my window. What's supposed to be my window? It's nothing but black, right? And slowly, shadow just move from the left to the right. I can see the window and the moonlight again. And I stay up I stay up until sunset because like there's no way I'm going back to sleep. If I then who knows what the fuck is gonna happen?
What do you do? So what do you do? Do you okay? So I'm with it. That sounds a little weird and crazy, but so all right. So then yeah, do you stairs? Do you watch TV? Do you make popcorn? Do you get back in bed, fall asleep? Like
there's no downstairs.
What?
I'm in the 2-bedroom, like 800 for just 800.
okay, so there's no running or escaping from that shit. Then.
Right, I'm just in bed
you,
until the sun comes up.
Yeah,
when the sun comes up, I fall asleep. I tell Tyme, who is a self-proclaimed witch, and she consults with her mother, who is like the fucking head witch or whatever fucking covenant or tribe. Like whatever they're doing, right? And so, like a spirit, like a ghost is trying to fuck with me and me and my current girlfriend relationship, right?
So the ghost wanted to tap your ass, or the girl?
The ghost
just want to play games with you.
The ghost is trying to. Apparently, according to them, like I was like pretty close to. This ghost was there to
your happiness.
Yes.
So you pissed off, and then it wanted your happiness.
Right.
Why?
So check it out. So
yes.
So a couple of similar things had happened.
In
my new home, a newer home in place, right? It happens to me.
You gotta spend a night underneath in my basement, then. But.
So times in different places, and it was always when I was in. And my mom used to tell me stories.
Can we bring your bed?
My mom used to tell me like, her experiences with ghosts, right? So there was she was in the that faced the kitchen, sort of like we're here right now.
Okay.
And so like on the couch, right? And she had a big family.
And then she can see the kitchen from the couch.
From the couch, she had a big family, so she was second youngest, so she was in the room, and she can see the fridge, and so while she's like going to sleep, she sees the refrigerator.
Wait,
like in an angle, like almost like a door opening to her.
Watch the screen. Watch it.
No, but like it was open. Like it was opening, right? And so
okay.
Like the fridge is opening but without the door. Right? Like so like it was open wall.
Oh,
Like it was moving at an angle from the wall. Comes out. This dude comes out from the fucking fridge, from behind the fridge. Runs up to her on the couch and he goes, "Please help me, please help me, please help me." Right? That was like one, right?
Ooh.
So
What?
Should be a movie all on its own.
So check it out.
Right, you guys? Should this not be a movie all on its own?
I'm living with my best friend Dizzy.
Oh,
last
Dizzy
week?
be Dizzy.
From last week.
Dizzy.
So we're in, and I'm in bed, right? All of a sudden,
What?
Again? How many times has this happened to your ass where you can't?
It happens to me often.
Wow.
So I up from my bed, right, and I see someone in a hoodie hovering over me, and I'm trying to fight it again, right? I'm trying to get out of this, and when I finally like break free from like being like the person I'm looking at with like no face in a hoodie fucking completely floats and retreats back into my closet and just like. So
Oh wow.
I run up to room and I'm like, dude, I just saw a fucking ghost, and he laughs at me, right?
Yeah. Shit, to be honest.
And I'm like, yo, you don't fucking believe me, bro?
Nope.
And he goes, hey, this is what. Forget this. I think it's one of the greatest lessons I ever had in my life. He goes, that you believe you saw a ghost.
Yep.
Now I'm starting to get my shit together, right? I mean, you know the story, right?
Yep.
We get evicted from that place. And I
mean, did the ghost get evicted too?
No, what I learned about is that right? So sleep paralysis, and so 50% of the population of the world, 50% of the world experiences it at least once in their life. And so it accounts for the majority of ghost sightings. 50% of the population experiences it at least once in their life. Now, I suffer from like chronic, right? So it happens to me more often than most people. But most people experience it. The population experiences at least once. And so it accounts for most ghost and alien abductions.
Well, yeah. Okay, so I'm reading it. Paralysis, a person may feel as though they are completely paralyzed, even though they are conscious and aware of the surroundings. The condition can be, and I quote, quite frightening. Experience hallucinations, a sense of pressure of choking, or feeling watched. Holy tits. Experience that.
And so what it is though, right? Is it's like so when you fall asleep, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your body basically puts itself in paralyzation, so you don't enact. Woken up in the middle of a dream, like when you're fighting and you throw a punch or something.
Okay, so I watch the Little Red Panda, and so sometimes I'll be laying there and I'll feel like a.
Right, so that's you leaving your REM, and it's like you're on the cusp, right? Because your body paralyzes. Because if you're running and punching and flying, like it's gonna be dangerous for your body. Those things. So it's an overlap, right? Of in your sleep state. So when you get to your REM state, right? That's when you start. And so you're like technically awake, but your body's paralyzed. Still dreaming while you're awake, so you have visual and auditory hallucinations. So my mom, she told me kid while she was asleep, and then while I'm asleep, I'm experiencing stories, and like they're not. It's me just experiencing sleep paralysis.
Is this like like sleep thing? But you're doing it. Okay, so I mean maybe whole life, but if you're able to do it again and again, is that like schizophrenia on it's not your schizophrenic.
It's chronic
is
sleep
your-
paralysis, right?
Yeah,
And it's chronic sleep paralysis, right? So half the population experiences it, but some people, like the minority, they experience it like. And so when I was in my mid-20s, right, once I learned about sleep paralysis, this out. My god sister who lives upstate, the same I go seek with in the cemetery with my mom. I tell her about my sleep paralysis, right? We just reconnected. We're hanging out.
Okay.
Oh, I suffer from that too. She goes, do you know you can transition from sleep paralysis? This is what she tells me.
So this is a common thing with you.
Well, she's not blood.
Okay, but I mean, it's
right. Well,
it's still happening again and again and again and again.
So I'm like, what do you mean you fucking lucid dream? Because a lucid dream, if you don't know, it's like you know you're dreaming and you can things that happen in your dream. It's like Inception for the most part, right? Like when I start to suffer from sleep paralysis, I kind of just in it, like I meditate, I breathe, and I forests and things in my mind.
Okay, so more or less learn how to prep yourself. Like it's a mindset is a threat. You can kind of prep your mind of like, all right, I know what I want. I know what I want to see. Because I used to as a child, I haven't really been able to do that anymore, but I imagine the same thing. I would put so I would always imagine myself in. So I hated the trip, but I loved this hockey. It was an Olympic rink. It was so goddamn beautiful, and so I always imagined the net at this rink with the puck about to do what they call coast from one end to another. And by the time I envisioned myself, I never actually took a shot on net. I'd always like this peaceful set of mind, could see everything, and then by the time I got to,
you're counting sheep, bro. That's what you're doing in your own
I
way.
suppose.
So that's what I do, right? So I think about like juggling. I think about solving Rubik's cube. I think about playing like a celebrity all-star game for the NBA, and so
But do you because
yeah, but it never gets to the end.
What do you mean it never gets to the end?
It's like you're trying to go to sleep.
But so for me, okay, so then it sets me up into hockey dreams. So I never get to the end of that one, but then transition and I'll be like playing hockey or have a hockey dream or doing a hockey. I mean, at the time I was doing everything hockey as well. My whole life is that goddamn sport. Yeah, so
For this instance, right, with my sister, she told me like if you don't fight it, if you experiencing and you try to focus, you can transition yourself from this into a lucid dream. So now, right? All right, I'm taking her word for I respect person, respect her intelligence and her experience. So the next time I feel myself suffering from sleep paralysis, and because you're trying to fall asleep, you can feel like when you're not really asleep, and like you're kind of like half asleep, and you're kind of like it's almost like a daydream, sort of like half awake, half asleep, and that.
Yeah, okay, I could.
Right, like you're just about to fall asleep.
Someone knocks on your goddamn door or something.
Right. So I'd feel my body paralyze up, right, and I'd feel myself like sleep paralysis. And so, like I told you, right, the first thing that I did in my first, I'm fighting. I want to be able to move again, right? I'm trying to move around. Instead of that, I accept it.
No, you just let it happen.
I let it. I'm like, because your body is in paralysis, there's a sense of doom or danger that happens in your mind, and so you get scared, right? And so that's why. So like instead of that, you
I know
just
to compare this.
you let it happen.
You
You
embrace it.
know that you're asleep, not asleep, and then what you do is this: you stand up, right?
Just slowly.
I walked into
Knowing
past
you're
to my
walking into your living room?
kitchen, into I looked up my ceiling, and I fucking shot through it. And I flew and I flew and I flew, and so now I'm fucking lucid dreaming.
Wait. And so suddenly then you can sway. Hold on. So you're telling me you're able to go from like goddamn clouds to suddenly hearts and all that stuff?
No, from being possessed by being able to fly through my ceiling and flying, right? At the time.
Oh, able to go from being haunted by ghosts to suddenly
No, not being flying through the ceiling.
yeah.
Right. And so and then that worked, right? Second
Oh,
time.
so
That happens
you could
again.
fly in your dreams, Peter Pan?
Yeah, I'm flying throughout I'm controlling my universe right now.
Well, then why the hell would you even want to wake up?
That's what I'm saying, right? Like sometimes like
What?
the second time it happened,
Okay.
I try to do it again, but like different.
Intention.
Yeah. So I'm suffering from sleep paralysis. Instead of fighting it, I'm just gonna lay here in my bed, right? Like a fucking combination of all like my favorite parties. I imagine them walking into my and then us having sex. And it was one of the best sexual experiences of my life.
And you
Dream. Right? Now, favorite movies ever is called Room 237. Right? About it's about the movie The Shining. And it's about how people are so obsessed with it that they think there's this hidden code, is like it's a conspiracy where Stanley
Kubrick's film from The Shining.
it's about like him admitting that moon landing, these are people who watch The Shining times looking for evidence and hints about whatever they're trying to portray. One of my favorite movies.
Watch it. You're not wrong. Over 1,000.
Found out that this dude, I forget his name. I'm so sorry, but he made a documentary about sleep paralysis called the.
Okay, so here's what I got. So Room 237, 12 documentary film directed by Rodney Asher that explores interpretations of Stanley Kubrick's classic horror film, The Shining. Refers to the mysterious room in the Overlook Hotel that is central to the plot, The Shining.
The director's name for the Nightmare, the movie The Nightmare. This is the movie. This is why I don't. This is why I don't lucid dream anymore.
It's called The Nightmare.
Of Room 237.
Henry Fuseli?
No, that's the painting.
Well, so there was, like you said, the Stanley Kubricks.
No, but like the same director directed The Nightmare. The Henry Fuseli is the painter of The Nightmare, which is it's one of my favorite pieces of artwork, which is the early of sleep paralysis. So you're close.
There are,
The Nightmare documentary.
but if you're referring to,
No, the director of Room 237, the same director of The Nightmare. It's a documentary about sleep. It's not the painting. The name is a reference to the painting. Also, put up that painting of fucking The Nightmare because it's so sleep paralysis, and it's one of the early depictions of sleep paralysis. Why we call them nightmares, right? Because there's a horse over a woman on a couch, right? So it's a mare, a horse sitting over a woman.
Primal Scream and a Glitch in the Matrix. Rodney Asher did Room 237, The Nightmare.
Put up that in a synopsis.
Okay, so what do you want me to pull up?
The synopsis. And I'll talk about it right now. I love Room 237 so much, and this is back when I was like Dream, right?
Okay, I got it.
So I watched Room 237. I was right, fucking celebrities and flying through ceilings and like watched Room 237. Love this documentary. Looked for this director's next movie, which is called The Night. The documentary about people who suffer from fucking paralysis, right? And so they interviewed like 6 or 7 people from all over the world, right? And so they all had similar fucking visions, and these people were like, and some of these people were like, they suffered from it so chronically. I feel like the next time I go to sleep, I'm never gonna wake up again. It was like it was one of the that I resonated with so much, something I can relate to so much, and that I felt like I no longer wanted to fuck with dreams. I no longer wanted to fucking take it as far as it can go. Or because I felt like if the more I fuck with this shit, maybe the worse it would get.
Isn't that like messing with ghosts? Like you're not really supposed to record yourself fuck with ghosts, because then you're inviting them in.
It's like Ouija board, right? You have to invite them in.
Yeah, like if you're recording yourself for science or whatever, but if you start if you start recording yourself and you know they're gonna catch the ghost, yeah, you're inviting that shit into your life, right? So do you think you were letting it all in? And so if you knew you were having these haunted shit, and eventually you're almost like submitting, where you're like, just take me. I'm unconscious. Just take my body.
I don't really, not in the conventional sense anyway, or like the traditional sense. Even though I've been haunted by ghosts, right? Apparently, right? But there's one thing, like like reality, right? Like what?
Right.
For me, I've always felt like my dreams have always felt like what? Like why aren't dreams real? When I feel real emotions, like my real things, and so they're real to me, right? Just like people's nightmares, people dreams, right? They feel real to them. So like, what definition of reality? If this dream or this nightmare scares you fucking orgasm, then why is like so why like so? What's
that's because our brain,
right?
Or what if there are numerous? Because it's a dream, but how do you know it's just a dream? Or yeah, okay. There really aren't. I mean, I'll get into that conspiracy. How do we know that our dream isn't opening this up to another reality that we're just like watching? How do we know that we're not in reality? Even if we don't have control, we might think we do. But has control on that.
And that's what I'm saying, right? Like
We
I
don't know what our
don't
brain's capable
believe
of.
in like I'm skeptical about like so many things, right? But
Yeah,
what I do
you're
know, what I do know is that like the shit that I experience in the fucking dream world are have been more terrifying and more fucking like pleasurable than in my right. So after watching the nightmare, the documentary about sleep, like me knowing like, wait, all the shit that's happening is like in my head in my dream state. I'm not fucking with it anymore. Like I'm not. Like I'm just
okay.
like
So you're
fucking
not
with
fucking.
it.
Okay, I have to ask then. And someone else that's crazy, but in a different way. Have you ever been stuck reliving that same dream again, over and over? Where you're like, fuck, I don't want to go to sleep and do that thing again.
To this day, my dreams are better than most people's dreams. Like zombie apocalypse dreams, it's an actual horror film. I'm having a good time. Like I don't get scared about. I don't like the like. I'm not typically average fears like most people, right? Like most like horror dreams for me or is like for someone who like for a horror enthusiast or an action enthusiast, right? That really the closest, right? The shit that really is the sleep paralysis shit, right? Which is something that I still since I watched The Nightmare, I've suffered from sleep paralysis 100 times, and every single time I fight it. I wake up right away. I now I know that right away. I'll turn the lights on, drink some water.
You can't go to sleep, right? So basically freak out so much where you're like, fuck, no, I'm not going back to sleep. You have to reset your mind.
It's because like if I feel sleep paralysis coming on, I feel the paralysis. If I fight it and like knock myself out of it, if I try to go right back to sleep again, I'll slip right into it again. So what I have to do is
you'll fall right back into it. So you will continue the same dream next. Mind won't let go.
What I have to do is I have to like get up, I have to stand up, I have to some water, maybe like smoke a cigarette, like do whatever, right? I cannot again.
Wow.
It's because like like I said from the first time. Remember, like I fought it, I tried to go back to sleep and went back in.
It doesn't
I
work.
fought it to get up. You have to change your surroundings. You can't like yeah. I also like if you can experience sleep paralysis at least one time in your life, it's yeah. I mean happy you will.
50-50.
Again, and it accounts for of ghost sightings and alien abductions, because if
mine's already so far gone, right?
let's say you're a religious person, well, let's say
okay,
right, if you fall asleep and can't move, you're like hallucinating while you're awake because you're overlap from the REM sleep and your awake state, right? Shadow, then that's a fucking ghost, right? And if you believe in fucking ghosts, right? And I thought it was ghosts for a long time. It's my fucking mind, but now like I'm like, but like to what extent? Like where does my like how deep does my mind go? Is like am I witnessing something?
It goes back to can't your mind just create something?
It does. It yeah. Schizophrenia, yeah. It definitely does. Room, watch a nightmare. It's fucking. It's fucking.
Just by looking at the picture.
It's so stupid too because it's like I don't maybe. I feel like maybe like I'm biased because like I experienced fucking analysis, right? So like they do like it's like a doc it's people, and then they also like reenact the things that they see, and so similar things that they have seen. So it's like so much realer for me. But I think
Makes sense.
so for someone who has not experienced this shit, oh, these people are fucking crazy. You know, like it might be like, oh, these people are fucking nuts.
Well, sleepwalked before, admittedly, I have. Oh, look at that.
It's my favorite scary movie. I'll watch it today. Like I don't scare easily.
Look at that thing. It's a nightmare.
That's gonna from this dude.
Jesus Christ. Rodney Asher, if you're watching. Rodney Asher, we fucking love you.
Watch and then watch the fucking nightmare. There's some of the best documentaries. Like Rooms was like so eerie because you know what's scary about it? Nothing like terrifying about the movie. Like you don't feel like something's gonna come and like hurt you or fucking possess you or anything. The most terrifying part about 7 was the fact that there is people that exist in the world who obsess really weird things. Like these people exist and like they spend hours trying to like fucking like
just find one little.
Wait for me. It's just like these people are spending this amount of time
because they have nothing else to do.
Oh, I mean, people who have nothing their time better than these people. So that's the point. Like, so imagine it right for any little thing. The fact that these people can spend this thing.
Pretty cool, actually. I suppose. Good for them. Time management is
those
real.
People.
Well, sometimes it takes to defend them, and you know everybody's a little different, a little crazy, little. Is that just? Yeah. Remember, this is a 2-beer broadcast, bud. We're done when that one's done.
One then.
Well, shit. You do whatever you got to do.
Poker game in 36 minutes.
It's a 2-beer. Figure it out. Okay. All jokes aside, I feel like this has been a great broadcast. We can finish whenever. I would like to tap into the dreaming thing just a smidge more.
What?
So, you said you could go from like, vivid and fly. Have you ever gone naked and made a girl gone naked and just been like Superman, just have crazy sex in the sky? Or is that something you could theoretically?
No, so like
is that too far?
No,
I don't know how far you can control this.
I reference that like when I was experiencing sleep paralysis, I focused and focused my
breath.
Can you
focus on thoughts?
Meditated, right? I relaxed.
Yeah.
Now I know that I'm asleep, but like,
but you can't create like a spoon or a board.
So what happened was like I had a woman come in who was like all of my celebrity crushes. She just have sex on my couch.
Okay, so you can smash cheeks and you're celebs.
Yeah, it was like it was not a real person. It was like a combination of the people that I find attractive. And no, when I say it's like probably the second best orgasm I had in my life.
I mean, shit, if it's with all your, okay, so first,
but not only is not a fucking, it's not only a dream.
Felt.
It's
yes,
it felt real.
I believe you. I've done that once. Not with, well, but for all the wrong reasons. But yeah, I've had one dream once my whole life where I was like, I thought that was shit real until I woke up and I'd be like, oh. Yeah, unfortunately, I mean, like, okay, so for me, I almost always know. Okay, so I don't know, in 3rd grade, but I do believe that it attributes to today. Whenever I feel like I start looking for a clock right away, and if time and math don't add up, and then from that point, I actually can kind of start. Time is always the go-to, and so I feel like it has to be trained, right? But your imagination is still good as a child.
Batman the animated series.
Hey, Beetlejuice. I do.
So in Batman
Mark,
was
you're
dreaming,
right.
and he was dreaming because he couldn't actually read the text in the books, right? You ever watch my absolute favorite movie of all time, and then watch, and then you should watch it again on some hallucinogens. Waking Life. So Waking Life is a kid who thinks he's stuck in a dream.
2001 anime.
And it's made from like college kids, right? And so what's great about this is called scoped, right? So it's films live action, right? It was made by college kids, and what they do is they interview fields, right? And so this kid feels like he's stuck in a dream, and he reality and the nature of dreams. It is, I promise you, is one of the best movies you can. To kind of like like fucking like spark your little what dreams are, what reality is, and so he goes this whole movie trying to figure out how to get out of this dream, but he talks with expert. I mean, there is even like there. This is before fucking Jones went crazy. Alex Jones has a little segment in there.
Oh shit!
It's one of the best. It's my favorite movie of all time.
Or Alex Jones went crazy.
Yeah, because he was
Sorry,
right for
Alex.
about it. Then
I know we all heard the sirens. Yes, you sirens. I know chats. Yes, chats.
Who-
It was so the sirens they can pick again. So we're live on more than one app. And yes, I know. It was very distracting. Headphones. I could not only hear it, but then I could hear it again in the headphones. That was a little weird.
are you sure you weren't dreaming that? Because I sirens at all.
Ooh. What else did you not hear? Well, everybody.
I never heard my dad say.
Well, how about this, Will? I love you, and I believe in you, Will. Oh, how about that for a 2-for-1? I love you, my son, and I believe in you. You know, I don't know if my dad said that to me either. Sorry. Yeah. I know you weirdos are like stalking my shit and you guys watch me down. You know, it's weird. I subscribes, and then when you see a familiar face, you're like, oh, that's so funny. Look who's subscribed.
My mom, she calls me every day. She's like, "Really, well?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "Yeah, mom. You know it." Like, yeah.
Ma. Take it easy. Well, you want to give a clip?
Yeah. So, some people remember all their dreams. So they say it's helpful if you want to start remembering your dreams. Do a couple of things. One is like, yeah, if you're a heavy weed smoker, reduce that. It's like every time you do remember a dream, keep a dream log, right? Write it down as soon as you wake up, and because like I run through the same sort of like like I'll wake up a couple times during the night, and I have like tons of dreams. But if I don't write it down or solidify it, I don't remember any of them by the time I get up for the day. Dream journal. As soon as you wake up in the middle,
that sounds really smart.
As soon as you wake up in the middle of the night, what you remember, and then go back to sleep, right? because like if you wake up in the middle of the night, you have a dream, and then if you go back to sleep and wake up in the morning, that dream is gone. Not gonna be able to remember it. So I think dreams are important. It's we spend a third of our life sleeping.
I think by
A
8,
third of
16,
our
24,
life
yeah.
sleeping. So like if and then like everyone you probably just don't remember yours for whatever reason. So I think you yeah, and so and dream journals definitely help. Um look up other I'm like far removed. It's been a long time since I actually researched this and thought about this. But yeah. Um try to improve your dreams. Try to improve your memory of the dreams. And it
You
might
got
be
one
as
more minute.
simple. One more minute of what? I had to. I could have kept it running until he left, but look up sleep paralysis. Look up the right. Look up Room 237. Such really good documentaries, horrifying things. Oh, guys, sleep well. Fucking sleep well. You know, it's a good way to sleep. Right. Remove electronics. Population an hour before bedtime. Don't fall asleep to a fucking TV. The blue light that's projected from the screens, it
Get a projector, right? You're supposed to get a projector if you're
No.
gonna fall asleep with a TV show.
Oh,
Hit the wall.
it produces a chemical in your body. The blue produces a chemical in your body that makes it seem like there's like the sun is up. Produces a chemical in your body to keep you awake.
Oh, you don't REM.
So you have to like an hour before you sleep, no electronics.
No, 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 no.
Mm-mm. I don't have a fucking the majority of the time in Vegas that I've been here, no TV in my bedroom. Your bed, so your bed should be for two things. It should be for sleeping and fucking. Not be in your bed watching TV. Keep it to the living room, and once you're ready to go to sleep, you shut that fucking TV off and go to bed. Don't watch. It's not conducive to a healthy sleep pattern.
That was
Okay, Dad. Eat your vegetables, Ann.
wait. Did they okay?
It seems like it, right?
That's not very nice. Why would they do such a thing? All right, well, how about this? And boys and girls, shit of all ages. That was a hell of a dream podcast. Thing from the mysterious room from 237, all the waking life. But what we learned is that the human mind is capable of some pretty goddamn amazing things. Philosophical discussions to experiencing vivid dreams, and half of us get us. Now, this could be a tricky thing. It can even be a goddamn reality that can be factors from our physical state to our emotional state. Rawr. So I'll end. If you're struggling with sleep paralysis, questioning all of your own existence, just look for a little stimulation. Remember that you're not alone. The human experience is complex. There's always more to be discovered and explored. So until next time, keep, gentlemen, keep questioning everything, and remember that life is a journey, destination. Ooh. Thank you for tuning in to this episode downtown Las Vegas. Good buddies. That's Will V. Cain. You can follow him at his Instagram. Go to this man's Instagram and add him right now. This would literally hard on. Go to his Instagram at I'm at risk. INRISK because he's at risk, and you can always add me again.
Check out my OnlyFans. It's I'm not really sleeping.
OnlyFans, it's $5.99. Thanks. I really do.
Your tax code?
No, I really have one. Yeah. All right. So anyway, social medias, and I'll talk to you guys. How do you think my first Instagram got banned? Never. I love you guys. Bye, everybody.